no money, that's an asshole. It wasn't a phase.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Senior Citizen Podcast, and we are here with Christopher White Fox.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you for coming out. You are a seriously dope photographer.
Thank you.
I love your work, and it was like, oh shit, he's a nice guy too.
I try to be, but sometimes people think I come off kind of like a dick a little bit. I guess it's my New York personality.
Okay. Yeah, could be. Maybe.
So we're a little abrasive, but we're genuine people.
Are you just standing up for all of New York now?
Just some of them.
Just some.
Just
okay.
some of them. The boroughs.
People in the boroughs, you're good. Anyways, how did you get started in show photography? What set you off?
I moved down here a couple years ago, and it just kind of started as just doing photography. I just wanted a way to kind of get out of the house a little bit, and it started with just doing like portraits and stuff like that. And then I started missing actually being in the music scene because I had previously been in touring bands prior, and then it just kind of snowballed into what I'm doing now. And I wanted to be involved in some extent, just not musically, and now I'm doing what I'm doing now.
So when you were in touring bands, you were a musician?
Yes.
What did you play?
I was a screamer.
No. Bullshit. Show us.
No. But yeah, no, I was doing that for about almost 10 years, and was like, I think it's time for a change. We're gonna go down south now.
Do you like Miami better than New York?
A lot more.
Okay.
A lot more. It still has the same kind of like hustling, bustling vibe, but it's a lot more relaxed at the same time.
Got you. And what made you say Miami's it for me?
My dad lives down here, so it was like kind of an anchor to go down and stay with him for a bit, and then just kind of get my life together at the time, and yeah.
Good stuff. I can see the vocalist thing now, the screamer thing now. Like, I can't unsee it. Are you ashamed?
No.
Is that the nervous laughter?
No. I'm just a nervous person.
Well, here we ask all the hard questions to the
Okay.
point where you're going to get canceled.
Okay.
I don't know if you checked out our show before, but that's the main focus.
Okay, I'm ready. Bring it.
No, I'm kidding. How did you start off in music?
My father was also a touring musician for a while in the 90s, early 2000s, and kind of rubbed off on me. And then he started teaching me how to play the drums, and I did that for a while. I was playing in bands as a drummer for a while, and then out of nowhere I was just like, oh, I can scream, so let me hop to the front and let me try this. And then it was just like one thing led to another, and then I'm the kind of person that's like all or nothing, so it went from like local bands to touring bands to playing like festivals and Warped Tour and whatnot. So
You played Warped Tour?
I played Warped Tour.
What the fuck, dude? No. I need to know what bands you were touring with. Like, I need more details here.
The band, the last band I was in was Call It Home, and that was the band that we played Warped Tour in. A lot of fun.
Did you play the last Warped Tour?
No, we didn't.
Wow.
The Warped Tour, I think it was 2013 or 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very hot summer.
I'm trying to think if I went to that one. I think I went to 2012 for sure.
I think I stopped going in 2014 or 2015.
Okay.
The year after we played, I was like, okay, it's really, really hot. I don't know if I can do this.
On more than one occasion. No, I
Yeah.
wasn't even like, obviously in any of the bands. I was just going, but I always had the mentality that I wanted to be in the front for like my favorite bands.
Yeah.
So I would wait while the previous band was going in the crowd to get up to the front. But
and would you like maneuver up there somehow?
I would almost like pass out from heat exhaustion.
Oof.
It'd be like everything's spinning, get me a Powerade. But yeah, no, Warped Tour was very hot.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, you show up here under the guise of, I take pictures at shows. You see him in the front.
I don't project it. I don't like bragging about it. I'm just like, I used to play in bands, and now I just do pictures and whatnot. And even like some of the bands that I shoot, I don't even like brag about them. I'm just like a very quiet.
They brag about
person.
you.
I hope they do. I hope they keep bragging because it gets me more business, and I just like doing what I do.
All right. Who's your favorite band to shoot down here?
Probably Werewolves or Vitalis.
Okay.
And I shoot them pretty regularly now.
Right.
So.
What
awesome
makes them your
guys.
favorite?
Awesome guys, great music. And AJ from Werewolves was like the first person that actually gave me a shot in shooting shows.
Oh.
So while I was like on Instagram being like, hey, I've never really shot shows before. You want to like let me shoot your show? He was the first person after like 10 or 20 bands that was like, yeah, go ahead.
I find it hard to believe that in the general perspective, because if somebody were to message me and be like, hey, I'll take free pictures.
Yeah.
Like, shit, why not?
Some people just didn't answer.
Right.
A lot of people were like, no, we're good, thanks. Like, we have someone. So it was just kind of breaking into that niche, I guess. And because I didn't really know a lot of people down here, they were like, who the hell is this person messaging us? So, and I didn't have any like kind of music work on there. It was just like portrait stuff.
Right. So
maybe that turned them off. I don't know. But AJ was like the one who was, and now I shoot them regularly.
How did you learn about photography? Like, was it just on a whim and buying a camera and trying to stuff out?
I was always like fiddling around with pictures on my phone. That was always like a thing. And being in a touring band, you don't really have a lot of money. So it was always something I wanted to do. And then when I kind of walked away from that world and was like, okay, I have a stable job now. I have money. I can actually go and invest in something and actually start pursuing this. And it was one day I was watching a YouTube video. It was a Peter McKinnon video, and I was like, I'm going to do it. I really want to do it.
That easy?
Yeah.
So touring bands are broke boys. Thank you very much. Damn. Played Warped Tour. What was your favorite Warped? What's your favorite memory from Warped, maybe?
Oof. I have to think about that. Touring or actually just watching it?
One of each.
Touring was like going into the every day that you get your schedule, you go into like this big room or whatever, and everyone's like, okay, you're playing at this time, And I remember the first day walking in there, and it's like, okay, Kellen Quinn's over here from Sleeping with Sirens, and Maddie Mullen is over there from Memphis Mayfire, and then we have Aaron from Secrets, and I'm like, oh my God.
I know all of you.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm in the same room with them. It's crazy. And then just watching probably like one of my first ones, like 2009, seeing Devil Wears Prada for the first time. I was like, dude, this is awesome.
It was such a cool concept. Like,
Yeah.
all of your favorite bands
Yeah.
in one spot.
Mm-hmm.
One, I don't know, was the ticket like $25, $30? I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was like, I remember it was
cheap.
like $25, $25 or $30, something like that. Yeah.
I could buy the ticket at the mall, so I didn't have to pay Ticketmaster fees on
Yeah.
top of it, and it was like smooth sailing.
I would
Anyways.
normally go to wherever it was and just buy the ticket there. And then
Right.
I started getting smarter and being like, no, because that's how they sell out. And it would constantly sell out.
Yeah, after a while. No.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
It
A lot of
was.
sweat, but a lot of fun.
Dude. My like highlight of Warped was I was a huge Never Shout Never fan. So yes, laugh at me.
Oh, Christopher Drew.
Yes, that was the love of my life. Thank you very much. So when I was at Warped, I was like, I want to meet him, and it was like $20 to meet him or something.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah,
I
fuck
forgot
it.
about the meet and greets.
The meet and greet. Yeah, that's the only meet and greet I've ever paid for in my life. Like, I loved this man. And I went in there and I was like, I want to hug. I was like 14, 15.
It's crazy now that it's like he was such a huge part of the music scene back then, and now it's like you mention it to a lot of people and they're like, who is that?
Who is it? Right? No. My friend had a ukulele. We're not musicians at all, but she had a
Okay.
ukulele, and she kind of knew how to like play treble on it, and she was a very good singer. So she was always covering it and stuff, and I was like, what is that? And that's how actually another way that I kind of got into that kind of music.
Okay.
Because initially before that, it was like Black Veil Brides.
Okay. Yeah, no, now that there was, regarding that, like we played a Bless the Fall song at an emo night. No one knew it. And I'm like, Dude, I feel old. I'm like, I'm not old, but I feel old.
Yeah, no, and I think it's because it's gotten kind of mainstream that
Yeah.
some people just don't know about it.
Yeah.
They weren't actually like in the scene back in the
Yeah.
day. Like
And
I
was
got
like,
bullied for this shit.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, this is stuff that I grew up on. I got bullied for looking the way that I did, and now it's everyone's
Now it's cool.
a part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
now it's cool. Now
Yeah.
it's a fad.
Yeah, not like the whole watching anime thing too. It's like mainstream. It's like really because 10 years ago when I was going through something watching the end of Death Note, y'all had shit to say.
Okay, I've never watched. I've tried. Everyone keeps telling me, like, you need to watch anime. I'm like, I try. It just never works out.
What did you try?
I've tried Full Metal Alchemist. I've tried Death Note, and I was just like, not my thing.
I'm gonna need you to step out. This is where
Alright,
this
I'm
ends.
sorry.
No,
But
I think
yeah.
you need it. I mean, did you ever watch like Pokemon as a kid?
Yeah, Pokemon I did.
That's
Pokemon,
anime?
Yu-Gi-Oh, Sailor Moon. Still watch Sailor Moon.
I love Sailor Moon. That was my first anime. Sailor Mars. That's Bae. Anyways,
I started watching it again recently. I guess it's on Hulu now.
is it the new version though?
No, it's the old one from like the 90s. I think it's from the 90s.
That's like the best thing I've heard
Yeah.
all day.
I was like the other day, I was like, oh my God, it's on here? I was like,
Yeah, because when they came out with Sailor Moon Crystal and stuff, I was just not
yeah.
feeling it. But
It's not, it's like, it's the original one that
Yeah,
just
yeah, it
gets
was
it
a
for
good
me.
one, right.
It's like like Speed Racer. I don't know if you've ever watched Speed Racer,
I probably did as a kid.
like from the
but
60s.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. It's the funniest, goofiest, like, I think it's one of the first technically like anime, and it's all dubbed, and it's dubbed so poorly, and it's so funny to watch just for that reason. Like, everyone's talking fast, like really, really fast, because I guess they're like talking fast in whatever language they're speaking, but
Yeah.
it's the funniest thing to watch.
So is it the subtitles that get to you?
No, there's no subtitles. Everything is just like, oh,
No, not
as
for
far
Speed
as-
Racer. I mean in anime
no,
in general.
No. I don't mind that. I don't mind watching like foreign films and whatnot. It's just I just can't get into it.
How do you
I
not
feel
get
like
into
there's
Full
so
Metal
much going on,
Alchemist?
and I get overstimulated. I'm like, I don't like.
I need easy watching.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the older I've gotten, the less stimulation I want. I'm just like, I just want to relax.
So are you into bad reality TV?
No. Nope. Yeah. I just what do I do? I like to just go outside and hang out by my pool a lot. That's my thing lately, and the beach.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Chill vibes.
Too chill for me. Snooze fest. No, I'm kidding.
At shows, I mean, I get turned up, I guess, but like last night and the night before.
Yeah, no, you're like, it's over. My back. I'm old.
Oh my God, yeah. I was supposed to have 3 this weekend. I'm not complaining that the one tonight got canceled. They're still having it. They're doing it at another venue, but I'm not complaining that it's canceled at the same time.
I am because I had tickets for the original show.
Oh, I Set My Friends on Fire show?
I was
Yeah,
actually
they're
supposed to run out of
a
here.
fun band to watch. They're a fun band to watch.
I'm excited. Have you seen them before?
Yeah. I've seen them at Warped Tour, too, back in 2009 when they were, like, just starting to blow up from MySpace. Awesome. And then I saw them... When did I see them? I saw them a couple years back. I actually know I don't know if he's still in the band. I know their guitar player, Nate. I picked them all up from JFK once and drove them all to Connecticut in my van.
Did they pay gas money?
Yeah, they paid gas
Okay.
money. That was the selling point. He's like, hey, do you still have your van? I was like, yeah. He's like, can you drive us to Connecticut tonight? I'm like, yeah, I got you. It's only like a 2-hour drive. It's cool. I'm not getting home until 3 a.m. It's all good.
My brain is always in Miami because I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, South Florida to Connecticut. Damn. It's a real stand-up dude. What a favor.
Yeah, no, I was living in New York at the time.
Right.
And I think they had just come back from overseas and they were starting another tour and their van was in Connecticut. And I just brought them there.
I'm
Kind of
sure.
weird. Like 7 of us just crammed into this tiny little 90s van.
Listen, story of my life. When I was like 15, we'd all cram into like a Honda Civic.
Oh.
You'd open the door, you don't know how many people were gonna come out. It was a
Yep.
clown car.
Yeah, my memory of that was my friend's destroyed BMW that only had 2 doors, and one of the doors didn't work, so we'd all have to pile in through the driver door, and there would be like 6 of us in there, and we're all like, we're having fun. We don't hate our lives right now.
This is the only ride we had, and plus the girl who would drive, she could get us anywhere in the area in 10 minutes. It was great.
How?
Superpowers.
Huh?
Superpowers.
Damn.
Yeah, no, she was speedy one.
Leadfoot or?
I don't know.
Just
I was in the back, dude.
Oh, okay.
I remember one time though, we were it was late at night. We were driving back from Boca. My phone was dead. Her phone was almost dead. We didn't know where the fuck we were. And we were almost out of gas. And I had like maybe $2 cash. Scary night.
I've had a lot of those. Some fun.
I read
some
them in
not
your
so fun.
comments sometimes when people are like, you remember that time that you puked like 3 times or something?
Oh, I know exactly the night that we're talking about too.
Please, do tell. I read a comment about it and I was like, damn. Whatever you remember of the night, really.
Oh, I remember the whole thing. I black out sometimes. I remember that whole night. What was it? It was, have you ever heard of The Conduit up in Orlando?
I think so. Somebody
Okay.
else mentioned it today.
So I'm one of their house photographers, and this was before I started working for them. So I was shooting my friends in Dark Divine, and I got a little too drunk because I had seen someone there from like middle school I haven't seen in 10 years. So all night she's just like, here's a shot, here's a shot, here's a shot. And
I was about to ask, was it a trauma response from seeing somebody from middle school?
no, it was
I would
just
have
like,
that.
oh my God, I have to get you a drink.
Yeah.
And another drink and another drink. And I already had a couple drinks and I was fine. And then as soon as we get in the car, I was not driving, by the way. As soon as we
I would
get in the
hope
car,
not.
yeah, as soon as we get in the car, we're driving home and it's only like a 2.5 hour drive. Every 30 minutes, I'm like, pull over, I have to puke. And I'm a very overdramatic puker, so like the sounds that I make and like the things that I do is just so over the top. So this 2.5 hour drive turned into like a 4-hour drive. And then he dropped me off in my car in the parking lot where he works. And I'm like, don't leave. Like, I don't want to just chill here by myself. And then I remember getting distracted by a stray cat and tried chasing it all over the parking lot. And then I slept in my car for 3 hours.
Did you at least catch this cat?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
There's
damn.
a video. I had it on my phone and it's like, oh my God. I'm like zooming in on the cat. I'm like,
Yeah.
look, I found a cat.
That's a good one.
And I just started sending it to people at 4 a.m.
I'm going to put my friend on the spotlight over here because it's a very funny story, but it's hers to tell usually, but it'll be mine today. So when she gets a little drunk, she will...
We all get a little drunky drunk.
They were going home. I don't know the full extent of the story, but the part that sticks out to me is that she's like, when I throw up, I think I'm going to die. Like,
Oh, I'm
I
the
go
same
from...
way.
No,
I'm
but
the
she goes
same
from
way.
happy drunk to puke to crying like, oh my God, the world is
I'm
ending.
the same way.
I have yet to see her at this point.
I have to say something.
Okay?
The war is not ending. I'm ending. Like, that's it for me. Like,
Bebe, it's the same thing for me. If you end, my world ends.
I know.
Anyways.
Aw.
Without you.
But yes, I'm not that kind of drunk.
I'm the same way though. Like there will be some points where I'll just start crying, and someone will have to be like, "Dude, you were crying last night." I'm like, "Why?" I don't know. You were like crying because your taco fell on the ground or something, and I was just like,
I mean, shit, that's a reason to cry.
"Yeah, that's true." And like when you're drunk, everything's just like, "Oh my God." But yeah, that was the night in question.
Okay.
Regarding
I'm
that.
glad that was cleared up because I saw comments on it and I was like, damn, he got turned.
That has turned into such a bad like joke because every time he picks me up, he's like, "You're not gonna puke tonight, right?" I'm like, "No." I'm sorry.
Hey, at least you didn't puke in his car.
Yeah, that was his thing all night. He was like, "I don't mind you getting out of the car to puke. At least it's not in the car."
Right.
And I'm like, "You have a really nice Volvo, dude. Like, I don't want to puke in this. Like, if it was my car, like, probably like, I probably
I
wouldn't want to
don't-
puke in it, but like, I wouldn't be so dead set on getting out of the car,
Right.
per se."
Yeah. Oh, God, it reminds me. Wasn't me puking. It was, so when my boyfriend had bought a dog,
Mhm.
I was taking care of it for a couple days. I don't remember why. It was a puppy. And I was picking up my niece from school. So I was like, come on, Haruki, get in the car. Gets in the car. He's in the passenger seat. All's going great. Kid gets in the car. We start driving back, and all of a sudden the dog, pluck. A dog can't ask to get out of the car.
Yeah. Well, I have
So,
2
like-
cats, so I experience that pain pretty regularly.
Oh, my cat just pukes. I don't know why. I think she eats too fast or something.
Yeah, that's what mine does. They did it today.
They eat too fast and then they just
yeah,
pick it
the
up.
food is gone. Like, I'll go to bed and the food is there, like, completely full. All of a sudden, the food is gone, and there's puke on the floor at, like, 3 in the morning. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
They're binge eaters.
Yeah, they're just, all I hear at, like, 3 in the morning is, I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you so hungry?
I don't know. I get hungry at night, too. I don't blame them shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the music scene and the nostalgia and stuff, because we went way out of course over here.
That's how a lot of my conversations go. I just start rambling.
It's okay, and it's the point of the podcast. It's supposed to be living room talk anyways, but we do want to keep it music focused. And I see Dan checking his phone. No, I'm kidding. Who was your favorite band to see live ever?
Damn. I recently got to work for Memphis Mayfire.
Ooh.
I think was it January? Some point in the last year. And yeah, watching that experience was like, wow, especially since I haven't seen them in 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing it from the stage, like right below the stage in the photo pit, was awesome.
No, and since you've been around bands for so long, I'm sure you've seen a lot of them grow. Like I set my friends on fire and stuff. Who do you see has gone through like the most growth?
Memphis is one of them. Damn, I haven't been to like a lot of live shows in the past couple years besides the ones that I've been shooting. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Well, I'm gonna see Attack next month, so I'm hoping that they've grown.
Okay.
Because they used to be one of my freaking favorite bands growing up. Bring Me the Horizon.
Okay.
That's who I'm like. Anytime I see them, I'm like, oh my god, it just gets better every time I see them.
You're an Ollie Sykes fangirl?
Yeah.
I think we all are.
I don't have the poster on the ceiling yet, but we're getting there.
Yet or anymore?
Anymore. But yeah.
That's insane.
And I remember seeing them like playing Pray for Plagues in this tiny little venue, and now they're playing like stadiums.
That's a flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big flex. Like,
Yeah.
you see them before anybody else.
I started the trend.
No, now you're pushing it. Damn. Okay, anything else you want to plug, Chris? What do you want to plug? What do you want people to know?
Tip your bartender and...
I hear someone else say that a lot.
Tip your bartender, and Florida is an awesome music scene.
All right, guys, take your time to follow Christopher White Fox on Instagram, and I don't know what other socials you have. He's a great show photographer.
I think I'm on Twitter.
You think you're on Twitter?
I think.
Do you
I have
think
the app.
Do you think you've said some out-of-pocket shit on Twitter, maybe, that you can get canceled
it's
for?
Usually just like pictures of my cats or random drunk thoughts.
I'll be following. And hopefully we'll see you at the next show, and keep in touch with the Senior Citizen Podcast.
Hell yeah.